Let's roll. To make this focaccia, we're using the same dough that we made for the pizzas. So if you need a little refresher, click on that link. For this size pan, I'm using a 400 gram dough ball. For focaccia, you need a lot of olive oil, like more than you think you do. Make sure that the whole bottom and the sides of the pan are well coated. Once everything is sufficiently oiled, gently take out the dough ball out of its container, trying to knock off as little air out of it as possible. A good idea is to give it a flip inside the pan so that both sides get well coated with the oil. Now at this point we're not trying to stretch it out completely. Instead, we're suggesting to it what the final shape should be. Cover it with a damp cloth and let it rest for about half an hour. Here's another tip. Dip your fingers in the oil before you start stretching. Use your fingertips to start pushing the dough out into the corners. At this point, it should be very soft and pliable, but should still have some resistance or spring back. And that's why we're gonna give it another half an hour rest. This will relax the dough and make it much easier to stretch. And we're ready for the final shaping. Make some dimples with your fingertips and make sure it fills out the pan completely. Focaccia Barese has a few more ingredients that we're used to, so let's have a look at those. We'll need some cherry tomatoes, fresh rosemary, black olives, oregano, and some flaky sea salt. Cut the cherry tomatoes in half, and according to certain Italian grandmas, it's traditional when making focaccia barese to squeeze out the juice of the tomato before popping it into the dough. It makes sense because all those juices are gonna get nicely caramelized on top, and you're taking it to
flavor it down.
Next, it's time to strategically place our black olives. Just let that OCD play. I literally had one piece of olive left because I thought they were all perfectly spaced out. Oh, you know it's bad when that happens. Once we're happy with the olive placement, it's time to make it rain rosemary. It's gonna become super nice and crispy as it bakes. Followed by some crunchy flaky sea salt. And a generous dusting of oregano. Finish it off with a good extra drizzle of olive oil. Bake the focaccia at 250 degrees Celsius for 10-15 minutes on one of the lower racks in the oven. Once it comes out lovely and golden brown, it's important that you let it rest in the pan for another 5-10 minutes. I know it's hard to resist, but just have a little bit more patience, you animal. After that, you're ready to take it out and dig in. Now I know I keep saying this, but you really need to make this focaccia to find out just how good it is. It's light, chewy, and
moist
on the inside, while the outside is super crusty and crackly and beautifully flavored by all those toppings. If you like bread, then this is just a beautiful way to eat it. Check it out. Haha, you knew I was gonna do it to you. Roll out.